almost got stopped once. I used to be a little wilder looking than my hair was not as kind as it is nowadays. And I used to have a kind of a scraggly beard. And a cop pulled me over once for speeding. I was. And he took my driver's license and he was gone for the longest time. And he came back and hands me my driver's license and says, "You are so lucky Charles Manson's still in prison or else I wouldn't let you go." I'm going, "Oh, thank you." Yeah, apparently he thought we looked alike. So, proprioception. Oh boy, cell bodies. Gotta know where they are. This decussing point. Gotta know about it. 1 cell body, 2 cell bodies, 3 cell bodies. Yay! Sounds like a Sesame Street thing.
Wait, can you repeat that real quick?
Sounds like a Sesame Street thing.
No, not
1 cell body. The count counts neurons. 1 cell body, 2 cell bodies, 3 cell bodies. Okay? Yes. Oh man, that's my next book. Sesame Street does the nervous system.
You probably make a lot of money with that.
Yes.
So one in thalamus, medulla, and cervical spinal cord. I mean, no, I'm so sorry. I'm also looking at
Where is cell body number 1? Cell body number 2? Caudal medulla. Cell body number 3? For all of our purpose, for all of our somatosensory stuff, the only one you have to worry about is number 2. Because number 1 is always in the dorsal root. Number 3 is always going to be in the thalamus for our purposes. Okay? Yes?
So if you were to say like nucleus,
Cuneatus?
would that be a wrong answer?
Oh no, that would be a perfectly good answer unless we were talking about the gracile fasciculus, in which case nucleus gracilis would be the correct answer.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Great.
And could you please explain medial meniscus, because I don't understand it.
Oh,
Okay. I'll tell you what, we'll talk about the medial meniscus next lecture after the exam. It's not on the exam, and I don't want to do it right now. Okay? No, and the simple reason is doing it right now isn't going to help you. Adding something you're not responsible for. Is that okay? Great.
So basically, on the exam, you just want to be able to locate where the nucleuses are, correct?
You've got to know where the nuclei are. You've got to know where the crossing points are.
Okay.
Yep. Oh.
So if we got out with damage, like, let's say, above the devastation, maybe anywhere up
Pick a
there.
spot. I'll stop wherever you want.
Stop. Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
All right, so stop there.
So it will affect this side.
Correct.
Because that one going down and then because
That's right.
But below that.
What happened if I do it here?
If I decide.
Same thing. What happened if I do it here?
Decide.
Not a damn thing. All right? Because I'm not showing you what's over here. You have no idea. I just cut through air.
Oh.
All right? It would affect. The effect would be on the opposite side, on this side, versus that side.
Because when I think of the motor, because the motor like this.
You cannot think. No, you have to stop thinking motor now. You can't. Really, seriously. You cannot. You have to think motor and somatosensory are 2 totally different sets of pathways, modalities, everything.
No, I'm afferent and efferent because the afferent is bringing signal up to the brain.
These are all afferent.
Yeah, I know that.
Yes.
So.
And motor is all efferent, so,
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, okay, all right.
okay,
So
so, yeah.
They can't, just the brain and the signal cannot communicate each other. That's why we lost the sense.
So what happens is, between the sensor and the brain, there's a roadblock. You can't get through it. The information flow stops.
Mhm.
Okay,
All right.
so. You sure?
Yeah, what if we damage like a neuron cell bodies, like in cerebral cortex?
So there,
The gray matter, like the dorsal part.
this part here,
No, in the cervical?
here?
Yeah, dorsal?
No, this has nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay.
This gray matter won't affect your signal. Sure, you're going to get a signal in here to something else. This, what they're showing you here, is probably going to go back to a reflex arc that's going to go out. So you might lose a reflex. But as far as getting the signal to your brain goes, it's going to get there.
Oh, okay. All right.
What this is showing you here, there'd be an inner neuron, and then there'd be an efferent neuron. So, okay, cool. All right, here's where it gets crazy and wild and crazy. Pain, temperature, crude touch. Signals come in, cell body number 1. Immediate synapse in the horn back here, okay? Cell body number 2, immediate decussion. So we're decussing here, all right? The anterior commissure. We come across, here's the anterior lateral system. We go on up. We're going to leave a signal here. We go on up. We're going to leave signals there. We go on up, and there's our next synapse. Cell body 1, cell body 2, cell body 3. Once again, what's the only one you got to worry about? Cell body 2. So, okay? So it's kind of, you know, simple. This, however, you better know at this point in time. Everything that's on that is fair game. All right? As far as tracks go. All of those tracks. All right. Yay, the thalamus. Are we ready to move on to the thalamus? Yeah, maybe? Okay. Yeah. Darn it, there's a lot there. So one approach I suggested you take was to organize it into groups. We have the reticular nucleus, the anterior nucleus, the lateral nuclei, the medial dorsal nucleus, the interlaminar nuclei, the posterior nuclei. You've got 6 major groups. Lateral nuclei, 6 nuclear groups within it. Posterior nuclei, 3. Everything in here is a multiple of 3. You have 3, 6, and 6. So, whatever works for you. There's the big overview. Signals coming in. Anterior nucleus. Mammalothalamic tract. Fornix. These overwhelmingly are, they're overwhelmingly limbic system. There's a little bit of, homeostatic signaling coming in, but it's mostly limbic signals coming in. Ventral anterior, ventrolateral over here, signals from substantia nigra, globus pallidus. These are basal ganglia or basal